What's up, Domcon fans? It's your boy Domcon here, back with another review video. Today, we are talking about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Now, how do I put this?
It was amazing.
So much stuff. They had character development. They had background. They had background. They had character development. They had fighting. They had good storyline. They had a lot of explanations for unanswered questions. Like,
how the freak is Broly so freaking strong?
Which I'll talk about that later. But literally, it was so good that I'm not even gonna lie. I made it there like 2 minutes late because my friend wanted to take
forever
to get there, but it was so.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. This is one of my drawings I did. I might talk about those at a later time, but here's another one. This is like just around my room. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of this during the house tour video.
But anyways, it was so good. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. It starts off, at least this is as early as I saw it, when King Vegeta is. Oh, by the way,
spoilers.
Okay, like major spoilers. I'm gonna put it in the title as well. But if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you go watch it first before watching this review. Unless you don't care about
spoilers.
But I'm pretty much gonna explain the whole movie.
Alright, let's go.
Basically, King Vegeta is looking at Vegeta's pod. He's like,
whoa, oh my son, he's so strong.
Right? And then he looks over and he sees Broly. Broly's pod's like right next to Vegeta's. So he's looking at that and he says,
Who the hell's baby is this? Why is this kid here?
And they tell him that Broly's so strong as a kid that they had to put him in a higher ranked that he's supposed to be in because he's so
strong. That's how strong he is.
Yeah, but he was like stronger than a lot of Saiyans on Planet Vegeta at that time, and he's a baby.
So then it cuts to him telling Paragus that he's exiling Broly to another planet, to a uninhabited planet. I think that's how you say it. So he sends him off. Paragus is pissed, obviously, and then Paragus follows him.
Sorry.
Paragus follows him. He goes to the planet. He finds Broly there. He raises Broly, and then it doesn't show him raise him, but he finds Broly, and then it cuts to 5 years later, which is the Bardock arc, which is when he fought Frieza. It cuts to Bardock and one of his teammates, I guess, are flying to Planet Vegeta because Frieza is calling in all the Saiyan troops, and this has Bardock's like confused, and he's like, what he's like, he's trying to figure out what's going on, because obviously something's going on. They don't, because he's starting to try and figure out what's going on. So he goes down on Planet Vegeta. He finds his wife Gine. Finally, we get to see Goku's mom, and she actually has a lot of speaking parts, that more than I thought she was gonna have. Then he's talking to her, and he says,
let's send
Goku, or Kakarot as they call him.
Let's send Kakarot to another world, because he's either gonna get exiled because he has a high battle power or high potential, or B, he's gonna die along with the Saiyans if Frieza's actually gonna kill all the Saiyans.
But they send him off. It's a really sad moment, and then it cuts to Bardock fighting Frieza, obviously in the original, how it happened. But instead of a little ball blast that he shoots, it's actually a giant beam that he shoots this time. But it looks raw. But of course he can't beat Frieza. He dies. Everybody gets killed on Planet Vegeta. Then it actually cuts to baby Vegeta. Well, not baby, but like a young Vegeta and young Raditz. They're both on the same planet, fighting with each other. Not with each other, but they're there, and they just beat some aliens. And they got word that an asteroid just destroyed Planet Vegeta with all the Saiyans. But then after it cuts to years later, like the present day.
Goku and Vegeta are sparring, skip a few, just boring information.
Then it cuts to Frieza, who had sent, before that, let me say something. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this scene, but you remember when Oolong wished for like underpants? Frieza was gonna make a even dumber wish than that. This is Frieza we're talking about. The guy who wants to kill Goku. The guy who wants to kill this guy. Okay? His wish is literally so dumb that I don't even want to tell you guys, but I am going to. He wants to become about
3 centimeters taller.
That's his wish.
To become taller.
Frieza, the emperor of the universe,
This freaking bastard.
wants to be a little bit taller.
Taller.
Because some people called him short.
I just can't even stress how
Dumb that is.
But besides that, because of that, he wants to do the wish. Then the new character is Chilai, I believe. Chilai, and I forgot the
The orange dude.
name. I'm sorry for forgetting, but let me know in the comments what his name is. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Chilai and her partner, I guess, go to this. They're trying to find recruits for the Frieza Force, and they find this on this planet where they can sense some energy there with the Scouters. So they find Paragus, and Broly saves them from a monster, and then she says that Broly's power can't be measured by the Scouter. Like, it has no end. Like, it's infinite. And that's ridiculous. Because even Goku and Vegeta has a limit, so far at least, as we can tell. I don't know about Ultra Instinct, but their highest is probably Blue Kaioken. For some reason, Vegeta doesn't have Blue Evolution in this. It's like they totally just cast that out. And
Sorry.
cast that out, and Kaioken too. Goku didn't use Kaioken at all either. But then, fast forward a little bit. Then they're on planet Earth, and
And then they meet up with Frieza's ship, Goku and Vegeta with the nice snowsuits. I like it. Even though it's short-lived because they take it off as soon as they start fighting. They talk about Broly, introduce each other. Paragus recognizes Vegeta as King Vegeta's son. Dialogue. Paragus orders Broly to attack. Broly starts fighting Vegeta first, obviously holding a grudge off his father. Or, I don't know, maybe Paragus told him to attack first. But they start fighting Vegeta, they're kind of evenly matched.
until Vegeta starts to power, you can see he starts to power up a little bit more, and then he starts to body Broly, just tossing him everywhere, just slaying him across the wasteland. They're in the Iceland. I think the pretty much the rest of the movie is in this area in the Iceland. They just change colors sometimes. Like, it'll turn to like lava underneath, or like it'll turn orange or something. I'll explain that. But they start fighting. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan. Now, Paragus and Broly are both surprised at this transformation. Paragus obviously knows about the legend, but he thought it was just a myth. Now, Vegeta starts whooping Broly back and forth, then Broly starts to adapt, and he starts to fight back, and he's actually holding his own against the Super Saiyan in his base form. And now, keep in mind, this is before Broly goes the Yellow Eye, Great Ape, whatever it's called. I think it's called Broly Fury in Legends, in Dragon Ball Legends. But, yeah, this is before. He's in base, and they're fighting, and then Vegeta starts getting pissed, and he becomes a Super Saiyan God.
Finally, God Almighty, he has the form.
That we've all wanted him to have since the beginning of Dragon Ball. Oh, since the beginning of Super Saiyan God, we've wanted to see Vegeta do that. And they finally gave it to us. Only took like 2 years, but we finally got it.
And it looks incredible. Goku literally looks nothing compared to Vegeta. And Vegeta starts literally one-shotting. He literally shoots these little, like, and Broly's getting, he's getting hit back and forth. It's just, Vegeta hits him once in the face and literally sends Broly, like, hundreds of miles away. He crashes through, like, 6 mountains. Just boom, 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 boom. Broly starts getting pissed. Paragus realized. Now, before this, Chilai destroyed the remote that Paragus uses to calm down Broly, which is like an electrical thing. It's not like a mind control anymore. Makes a little bit more sense. It's just a electrical thing around his neck. That's what that thing around his neck is, and it shocks him. But she destroyed that remote, so Paragus looks for it, and he doesn't see it. So he starts freaking out. He's
Saying, I can't control Broly anymore, because he's getting out of control.
Then you see Broly's eyes shine yellow, and the moment of truth. Moment of truth, everybody. Broly rises up from the water he just crashed into. He's powering up. He's got veins popping out of his face. He's raging. Looks like and Paragus explains to Frieza that apparently Broly doesn't have a tail anymore because Paragus had to cut it off because he was too strong with it and he would always transform on the other planet. So when he cut it off, apparently Broly found a way to use the power of a great ape and the bulk and everything without losing speed and staying in his humanoid form. So it legit is basically Super Saiyan 4 If you think about it, very similar. Because Super Saiyan 4 is basically the same thing. You're a grade 8, but in your regular state. But of course, it adds on like Super Saiyan powers. But this is more just like base plus the grade 8, but you're in humanoid form, and you gain speed instead of losing speed with the giant grade 8 form. I start fighting. Broly starts dominating. He's whooping everybody. He's whooping
Vegeta, then Goku starts fighting. Goku goes from base to Super Saiyan to God.
that doesn't phase Broly one bit. None of them phase him. And then Goku finally, the moment of truth, goes Super Saiyan Blue, and it looks clean. But what got me confused is as he's powering up, he looks up for a second, goes like this, and he still has the red hair because he's still powering up. He goes like this. You see him go like this. He goes like, and then when he goes like this, his hair turns
Silver.
and his eyes turn silver, and his aura looks like that. It's like the Ultra Instinct aura for a split second, and then it changes back to red, and he transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. But I don't know if it was Ultra Instinct. It might have been. Who knows? But I don't think we'll ever get that confirmed. Anyways, they start fighting. They're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Goku versus Broly, Goku versus Broly. They keep fighting. Vegeta doesn't come in until later. They're fighting, and then Frieza has the brilliant idea. Hey, does Broly not know how to go Super Saiyan? And Paragus goes,
No, I don't. No, he doesn't.
and Frieza goes,
Oh, really?
and then we see a flashback in the new animation art style of when Goku got turned Super Saiyan for the first time when Krillin died. So Frieza goes, like if Paragus back here, he's just like, it's legit what he did. So of course, he does his famous, he just blasts him right in Paragus' chest. Paragus dies instantly. Broly, and then he does the greatest act. This is legit how he did it.
Broly, look! Your father is dead! He got killed by a stray laser beam!
Or it was Ray Blast or Laser Beam or something like that. And Broly goes, it literally, all music cuts out for a split second. You can feel the pain he just felt, and you hear his heart just, and then he just goes, na na na, just godly music, and he goes crazy. His pupils literally burst open. They like almost explode and get off of his eyes. So now he doesn't have any of the pupils. He's the original Broly without pupils. He's like, I don't know if I blow my ow, that hurts. Fans right here. If I block my pupil, he's just got the white eye. And it's crazy looking. He goes Super Saiyan, not the green form, but he goes Super Saiyan. Regular Super Saiyan. And he starts one-shotting everybody. He takes out Goku, takes out Vegeta, to where they have to teleport away to Piccolo, so they confuse, and they leave him there with Frieza, and he starts kicking Frieza's ass. He starts, Frieza's going, Frieza looks like he's about to cry. He's sweating. And then it cuts to Goku and Vegeta. They have to learn the fusion technique. They try 3 times and only do it once. They try 3 times, and the first 2 times they failed. They went to the fat Gogeta, they went to the skinny Gogeta, and then finally, the moment of truth, they go to the regular Gogeta. And his base form looks amazing. I love his new outfit. I love how they changed the vest color to yellow instead of orange at the same time. And it looks way better, especially in Xenoverse. Xenoverse 2, it looks so clean. Especially on my character. My character, Gogen, oh my god, it looks so nice on him. But anyways, this is besides the point. So it cuts to Frieza, who just transformed into golden form to fight Broly. And of course it doesn't do anything. Broly still bodies him. Then Gogeta teleports there, and he starts fighting Broly in his base form. He starts dodging Broly, deflecting attacks, and then he goes Super Saiyan, which is epic. They start fighting. He's bodying Broly. They're exchanging punches.
Just one left, right, back and forth.
And then the moment of truth happens when both of them shoot a ki blast, and they're so strong that it looks like use time skip. Just the whole screen just cracks and breaks open. You're just like in this purple, blue, universe looking dimension. And Broly's just like they're both Gogeta's like, "Well,
What just happened?
and Broly keeps
Fighting, they're fighting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Gogeta starts winning. Then Broly, moment of truth. But this is when it comes to the 3D animation, which wasn't a fan of for this scene, because they didn't. Broly goes to the green hair, but they didn't really give him an epic transformation. They pretty much just went into it and just continued fighting. There was no like epic music. There was no build up. Same thing with Gogeta. Gogeta went blue right after that because he couldn't beat Broly in his Super Saiyan state. And he started bodying Broly, but they didn't give each of them their epic transformations that we've been wanting to see. Like, we already seen Super Saiyan Gogeta, and he got an epic, like, intro for that. But for Blue, we didn't get an epic intro? Come on, man. I was disappointed. But what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. They start fighting. Gogeta's obviously bodying Broly. They're fighting back and forth, back and forth. Then Chilai and
The other guy.
and her partner are both, they have the Dragon Balls with them because Frieza collected them before, and they're gonna use the wish to help save Broly somehow, but they don't know how yet. So it cuts to Broly and Gogeta fighting, and Gogeta uses the God Punisher move, and he finishes off with a Soul Punisher. I'm not sure if they still call it that, but it was, you know what I'm talking about, the Rainbow Ball. Kobe's it does the sparkles and everything, doesn't kill Broly, but he just gets more matches. And just powers up. And that scene from the final trailer with, not the Gogeta trailer, the one before that, I believe, where at the end it showed Broly going and you just see how epic he looks with it. It's when they first confirmed the new look for his legendary form, which is now called Full Power Super Saiyan Broly. So it's a full power Super Saiyan. What I think it is, I think it's obviously his grade ape, and the grade ape thing is the reason he's so buff. So that I like how they explain that. But it's basically almost like a Super Saiyan 2, but his regular Super Saiyan is just a Super Saiyan. His Fury form is just the grade ape. But the last one, the green hair, is Super Saiyan grade ape. That's what I'm guessing it is, and that's because that's a 50 times multiplier. Multiplied, or however it's multiplied, by a 10 times multiplier. So that would be about 500 times he's being multiplied, plus he's getting stronger by the second. So that's big. That's probably why he's so strong. And they start fighting. Broly starts charging, they start fighting, and then moment of truth, Gogeta. I'm kind of disappointed because they did use Gallic Gun, but that was when they weren't fused. They just said
Gallic and even Kamehameha.
and they both said
Ha.
But Gogeta didn't use Gallic Kamehameha. He just used Kamehameha. He starts charging Kame. And then Broly's looking scared. And he's like, oh, he's looking like scared and stuff. And just to cut in, it's weird because Broly felt like the main character of this movie. Goku and Vegeta felt like side characters. Like Piccolo or like Gohan or like Goten and Trunks. They felt like that. They felt like they weren't, like, without them wouldn't really make that much of a difference because they were basically just the opponent for Broly. Everybody's looking at, oh, Goku versus Broly, Vegeta versus Broly, Broly's the enemy, Broly's evil. Broly's not bad in this movie. They actually turn out to be friends after they get... Okay, so cutting back, this is going to merge with what I just said. Sheila uses the Dragon Balls. As they're shooting the Kamehameha, it's like...
Right here, Broly's face, like he's literally like kissing his like right here.
And freaking just going.
Seconds before, he gets teleported by Chilai's wish to put him back on the planet where he grew up on that deserted planet. And then what happened? And then it cuts to
Dialogue.
And then Goku visits him, and he basically tells Broly that if he ever wants to, he could train him and teach him a few things. So basically, Broly and Goku are friends now, apparently, or just training, or I don't know what condition they're in. But Sheila and the other guy are staying with Broly. They're gonna live with him and look after him, I guess. And at the last scene of the movie is Goku saying, "Hey,
My name's Goku, but hey, Broly, call me Kakarot."
just like a callback to how he used to always call him Kakarot. That's cool. But it makes no sense to me because like Goku's always denying. He's like,
No, my name's Goku. It's not Kakarot.
right now he's just like,
Oh, my name's Kakarot now.
Goku's weird. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically. I rate this movie 10 out of 10. I didn't actually no. I'll rate it 9 out of 10 because there were some flaws that I feel like could have been expanded upon. Super Saiyan God Vegeta was such a crazy reveal, and he wasn't really in as long as he should have been. He was in the movie for about, or that form was in the movie for about, I would say about 5 minutes, at most, 5 minutes at most. But I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I like the backstory. They kind of played with that a little bit. I feel like Frieza could have done more. I feel like he could have definitely had a better wish than having to
Be taller.
I feel like what else? I feel like Ultra Instinct could have been in there, but I understand that they didn't want to over exaggerate because he was just Ultra Instinct in the last arc. But yeah, that's pretty much that's my review on the movie. But if you guys
No,
let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more reviews on movies. Give me suggestions to movies you guys want me to watch and do reviews on. Other than that, I think it's going to be it for today. Make
make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.